Hi everyone, long time no see. Yes, it's been absolutely ages, and I have to admit this is really awkward for me. I don't know why, I don't know how, but it just is. Switching the camera on and just going for it after such a long time, I think it's been 3 weeks, is quite daunting, I'll be honest with you. I'm just messing around on the back of my hand with some concealer. Now, I done a tweet last night asking for ideas for colour combos. What would you like to see? And a lot of you's got back with purple and green mixed together. So I'm going to do a purple and green look. And first, I'm just going to stick a bit of this on because I look a bit kind of purpley, yellowy around the eye. So I'm just going to stick a little bit of this on. Not too much. I'm going to blend that in. Just like that. Bring this down. See, quite dark, just in there. This is actually by Givenchy, I think. I don't know, but it's very nice and I'm really liking it. And it just gently lifts, it really does. And it's just what you want. You don't want to look too much, but if you've got dark under circles, you want to kind of look a bit alive, don't you? I've been looking terrible lately, and I think it's because I'm working a lot and I'm getting stressed, and I feel like I'm just flooded with things to do, but it's all good. It's a good problem. Right, first of all, let's start with some primer. I'm just using a sample. This isn't available yet, but let's go. I'm going to just stick that all over my eyelid, and we're going to go right up to the eyebrow bone. I'm going to go right underneath, just to give it a bit of wet, damp. I call it damp. It's a nice base for all your eyeshadow to stick to. Get that on there as well. Now, I should have done one eye and then come on and done the other eye, but I didn't. So there you go. You've got your base. Now, let's get on with the stuff. First, I'm going to apply a bit of MAC's rice paper, and I need a light brush for this one. I'm going to apply that in the inner corners. So quickly just tap it on just to lighten it out and go right on the inner corner to your nose. Now I'm going to bring this in so you can see everything as best as possible. You'll see the dog behind us, and that's what the noise is. It's not me or anyone else. It's just me and the dogs in the room, and they're very loud. So I'm just going to blend that into the corner and then bring it kind of down just underneath here. Not very nice, was that? That's what you get in the corner of your eye when you take your makeup off or you've got eyeliner on. And it's those little things that your friends don't usually tell you about, and they let you embarrass yourself. Have you ever had that before? I have. So now I make an effort, whether it's going to be embarrassing or not, I tell the person if there's something in the eye, because I'm sure they'd far rather appreciate it than going around with that there. So bring this down. So you've got it just underneath, and it kind of highlights in there, makes your eyes look wide awake. Put a little bit more. And then if you want, just bring it up in your eyebrow area and pat it. Like that, so you've got it lifted right up. I'm going to do the same on this side. So you're kind of coming right up and around in the sea. And that's where we're going for. Now we're going to get the next colour on, which is the green. And so you're going to take your green, and I'm just using mine, Golden Fern. This is very similar to MAC's Golden Olive. So if you've got that, or any either light yellowish green, it'll do just the job. And I'm just going to gently pat it on the middle of the eyelid. See? It's very similar. And it's got kind of like a yellow pearl through it, so stick that right there. And then we're going to do the same on the other side, quick. I've got loads of products to show you, and I bought some stuff in the United States when I was there. some nail varnish actually by a brand I'd never heard of. They're very, very cheap. And I just tried it out there and I took it straight back off. It looked really bad. The colours are brilliant. The colours are what attracted us to them. But, nah. In fact, here it is. It's called Sinful Colours. It's professional. I'll show you, because I'm doing some nail tutorials, I'll show you what it looks like on. I wasn't impressed. It went really weird. So it looked terrible, so I took it off. So I'm just blending that in. Just gently pat it in for now. And we'll come back to that in a minute. So you've just got the basics on for now. Then take a different brush. And what we've got. We're going to use red wine. It's a deep purple that you want. This is almost like a ruby purple. You see? And I'm just going to gently stick it just on the outer corner. And bring it down. So it goes over the green. Bring it up a little. So you've got it going in that kind of shape. So it's like straight from your eye, the end of your eye up. And you would get it to go to your brow. So if you put a line there, you've got it in a nice straight line. And that's just an outline for now. You can bring that across in a minute. Do the same on the other side. See, I've got a nice little colour effect going. And you want to go straight up. So you're kind of going towards your eyebrow bone. You could even put a little ruler or a piece of paper there to measure. Just so you can keep in line. I know some people put a bit of sticky tape on the outer corner to keep the edges clean. That's another good idea. I'm just bringing it down for now. And then I'm just gently making sure they're both the same. Pat it on for now. So you have a lovely green, purple, and then you've got the light in the inner corner colour effect. We're going to do the same on the bottom, but start with the green. I'm going to take a liner brush. This one will do. And I'm going to just dip it in the green. And then we're going to just gently on the lower lash line You don't want too much because it's on the lower lash line. But once we've got the black on, it's really going to stand out. So just want to put a little bit, and it'll blend in naturally with what you already had highlight wise. And you only want to go to where you've actually got it on your line on the top. We'll leave the rest for the purple. Same again on this side. We'll get some purple on there. Same brush, doesn't matter. It's all going to be blended in anyway. So take a purple. Any purple will do, even a violet. But we're going to just take the liner brush now and put that on the bottom as well. Don't worry about the outer corner. I'm going to smooth it out in a minute to show you. We're just basically getting the colours on first before any blending. Now with a blender brush, well it's actually Max 219, 217, 2 on 7. It's hard to see because the colours come off. I'm taking it back into the purple, and I'm going to just use the end just a tiny little bit, just to gently, you see, I'm just around the outer corner, and this way it'll work brilliant as well for all eye shapes. I'm just going to gently pick it up. You see how it's starting to blend up and out? I'll do the same on the other side. And then gently pick it up and blend it along. You only want to do this lightly. And then I'm going to go in on the inner corner with the rice paper. So just a little bit on the end of your brush, bring it out and then just blend back and forth. And you can see the colours come together lovely. And again on this side, bring it backwards and forth. Now we'll quickly get some black liner on. I'm going to have to use mine, I'm sorry, I can't find my liquid liner. So, where is it? Take a liner brush and dip it in a black liner. Let's take that off the brush. Got it all over my fingers. And I'm going to gently line it out a corner. Steady your little finger and bring it out. We'll go back in that again, and we're going to start from the inner corner and bring it out. And then we'll quickly get the other side done. Steady your little finger halfway across and bring it out. And just go back over and fill any gaps in that you might have. Then from the middle, from the inner corner right to the middle, and there you have it. We're going to finish off by doing the lower lash line, but what I'm doing with it is a funny one. I'm going to be using some Benefit's Eye Bright just to get the inner corner even more light, and because it's pink it goes with green and purple. So just get it in there on the inner corner and bring it along. Now the only problem about it being on the waterline is it really does just come straight off. But I noticed if you put it on the inner corner where the skin is as well, you're going to have some of that left. It's like with everything. Whenever you put anything on your lower lash line, or your waterline, sorry, it comes off during the day. But that doesn't matter, because as long as you put it on both your waterline and your lash line, it will stick to something, so you're still going to have the benefit of a line being there. And then I'm taking a black liner, any black liner I'll do, and I'm just gently dragging it back and forth, but just along halfway in. So you've still got the inner half, which is going to be lightening the face up and lightening your eyes up. Now the mascara is a good one. Have you seen this ball? It's been out for ages, but under a different brand, I think. This one here. I used it for the Guardian column. It's quite good. It's a bit scary to use at first, but you just tip your head back, and this way you can get all your lashes done individually. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to go over and do a couple more coats. I should have really curled my lashes first, but before I do anything else with them, I'm going to just let them settle. Because we're going to do the blush. I got it out. It's by MAC, and I'm using a kind of, it's almost plastic, like a nylon feel to it. And we're using MAC's blush in Well Dressed. You see? I'm just gently swooshing it kind of into the hairline, then around and down. Because of the fibres on this, it doesn't pick a lot up either, so you don't have to thought about kind of tapping it off and worrying about putting too much on. This brush is by Origins. And it's just like, it's a synthetic hair, that's the word I was looking for. So you get a nice pink glow, but not too much. And then for the lipstick, we're using Nude Rose by MAC. It's really pretty. It's from the D2. Now I hope it haven't run over time, but I bet you I have. But there you go. There's your green and purple kind of blended smoky eye. I really, really hope you've enjoyed. Coming up next, there's going to be just tons and tons of products and celebrity looks, which you've already requested and I need to catch up on. So hope you've enjoyed, and I'm glad to be back. And tell us how yous are. Leave some comments. Zoom zoom.